Okay. Well, I'm glad to see you both because I feel like I haven't seen or heard from anyone in a while. I had said a few weeks back that we just had it's been a rough, I don't know, it's been a rough year, rough school start. And some things are fine, but the things that aren't fine, man, kicking my booty. And yeah, I can see, I think most people are agreeing. So we're doing what we can do, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to give yourself a break and have some grace and just do what you can do. Oh, there's Michelle. Nice to see you, Michelle. Okay. I'm going to start with some celebrations because we can all use that. So I pulled up all the people that are active. It's so interesting. Like, I think this is the weirdest September I have ever seen with Scentsy. Hang on, I gotta find my screenshot. September is normally a ginormous month for me personally. It's normally giant for the team. And I mean, we're on track to hit director numbers, and I think we'll be fine because we're not even mid-month yet. So it's still early. But I find it interesting, like even our top couple people, it's a different group than's normally at the top, which I love for them. But it's so curious for the rest of us. I count myself too. So anyway, just kind of an interesting month. But here are active people. So I'm going to do people who have 200 to 500 or to 499. So we've got Melanie, yay, Tyler, Heather W, woohoo, Tiffany, Kaylee, Morgan, Rostein, me, Leslie, Brittany Vetter, and Michelle. Yay. So I'm proud of you for being active. Like I said, I normally have a much bigger month by now. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Anyway, got to get going. I do have some parties going, which is good. But let's see. So we have a few people over 500. We have 3 people right now. And like I said, it's a little bit different top 3, and I'm very proud of them. Anne and Jesse and Amy. So pretty exciting. Nobody's at 1,000 yet, but Amy's not too far away. So that's exciting. Melanie, you had someone new join, didn't you?
I had someone new join on last Sunday, and I have someone that's about to join now, and I'm waiting for her to, that's why I'm looking at my phone. So I'm waiting for her. I don't know her, but
Okay.
she contacted me and she wanted to have, talk a little bit, and I did, and she was still on the fence. And then this morning she was like, I'm just going to step out on faith. I think I can do this. And I said, tell me what your goal is. And she said, I just don't want to put more into it than I make. And she said, I want to be able to get a hamburger or something every month or something. I was like, oh, we can do that. I was like, we're gonna get you a hamburger.
Like, good. Yeah, we can do that.
I was like, what? And I feel like that question really helped a lot. Like, what is it that you want? And so I'm going to go with that, and just really work on, I guess, the people that I already have on the team. Like, growing the team is not like my big, because I feel like I have enough, but I just need to cultivate who I already have. So I've been reaching out to people individually, like Rostein and I have been talking, and I'm sorry if I'm all off topic right now, but like Rostein and I have been like talking, and he's kind of found his niche of what he's going to do. And then I had somebody who was going to be inactive and get like booted off last month. So I talked to her and asked her, was that something that she wanted to do? I said, you're halfway to certified. Do you want to keep on? And she did place the order to make sure she stayed active. So I had to talk to Tony, and that's my goal this month, is try to keep her active and then see if we can get something going so that she can become certified, because she's only a couple $100 away.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to work on doing.
That's great. That's great. Well, good luck and congratulations. So how did the person find you, the new person? Just from a website or something you handed out,
So somebody on our neighborhood page posted something like, who's hiring? And every time you post something about like Scentsy or Ava, like anybody who posts, they always kind of shoot everybody down. Like, no, everyone a real job, blah, blah, blah. So the person didn't respond to it. They didn't like it. But this lady was like, and I guess she just was kind of interested. She was like, I'm interested. And then,
nice.
yeah. And so,
you never know.
You never know.
Oh, well, that's exciting. Okay. Well, that's good. I do think it's a very important step to find out what their goal is. That's huge. And some people don't have a specific goal in mind. Some people have big, big goals, and you find everything in between. So sometimes, I know I talked with my most recent person about what would really help your family each month. Let's just look at the numbers even, if $150 a month would, help pay for the groceries a little bit, or you need $300 to help with a kid's car note or something like that. Let's look at that, and then let's figure out then what does that take to make that much money, and then that's what you got to put in. And then of course there's so much room and potential for it to change and to exponentially grow, and your goals change, but it's a good starting point. So a hamburger you can definitely do. She can go out at least on her Scentsy
I
money.
told her she can get a combo. We're going to work to get her a
Oh,
combo.
I like it. Upsize it.
Yes.
That's good. Well, so, I'm a very positive person, and I like to keep things very positive, but I also think it's important to be realistic. And looking at our month, it is pretty slow. I know me, like I said, part of it was, there's been personal challenges here, and then feeling sick for so long, it's been a little challenging. I have a basket party out, but we were going to do like a bingo night, and we didn't really have a big turnout. Just some things that kind of fizzled, and that happens, and it's totally, totally something that happens. But I'm also finding a lot of people going, oh, I need this. I'm starting to get those people. So y'all tell me, like, Michelle, what's going on with your month, or how are you doing?
Well, with the harvest collection and the Nightmare Before Christmas, that got me to where I'm at, but I'm struggling too. I had a lady do a Facebook party, super, super sweet, but nothing, crickets. So, I figured though, I just need to get out of my customer loop and just be talking to more and more people. So that's kind of been my focus, is making sure I'm handing out my samples everywhere I go to someone new, and, just talking more about Scentsy to other people outside my normal group, because that group is just not, I don't know.
For some reason, I feel like, we started this call right before we got on, and kind of like the last call a couple weeks ago, and maybe even the call before, going, things have been kind of hard. Like, people are, I know for me, not only just some personal struggles that we've been going through, but reacclimating into the busy is hard, because we kind of geared a little bit, but it was still summery. And then when school started, it was just like, okay, it's all back to normal, except it's still not normal. It's all back to normal, except we have all the other concerns and all the other things going on. And then everybody's getting sick physically, because if it's not COVID, they're getting sick from summer colds, and they're getting sick from strep and RSV, because our bodies have been through a lot too. And so I try to remember when I'm feeling a little bit down about it, because normally September is really big and October is huge. So, I don't know what's going on, but I just think everybody's struggling a little bit. And expenses are happening again and things like that, right? People have been hit a little harder. So I still think that there are plenty of things we can do. I know that I personally had so much success from those Google forms for a while, but the last 3 I've sent, I've almost gotten 0. I got like 1 order for my last 2 or 3 each. And it's so weird, because before I had like 17, 18 people ordering that way, and they loved it, and I got huge amounts of stuff. It's so weird to me. Like, are they already just tired of it? Or they're just like, oh, I can't fill out another thing online. Like, I don't know.
And I was so hopeful, like when they talked about like the first hour, we had these 9 million. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great month. And I'm like, I got nothing. I just got active. And that's only because of my Scentsy Club members. That's how I've gotten it. So I have a party I'm gonna close after the lady fills out this, but it's only gonna put me like, at $300. But yeah, it's like, and yeah, I feel it, but I'm not like depressed or anything about it. I just want to know, what is it? So I have like all this stuff I have in my floor. I'm like, when I feel like this, I just do more samples. And so tomorrow I'm taking it all to work, whatever I do. And then this week is technician appreciation week or something. So I told my husband that I was giving everybody his shift, like little gifts. He was like, it's not going to look like a solicitation. I was like, no, because everybody's getting a gift. And so,
Right.
yeah, it's a gift in there. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just try to do little things like that to take what I have, take some of this summer stuff that I have and turn it into samples and stuff like that and just give new catalogs. So I'll figure it out.
I love that. I think
Yeah.
that's great. And I do feel like, I love that you said like, it's not good, but I'm not depressed about it. I feel the same way. I'm actually not even panicked. And normally I think I'd be like, what is happening? I really
Because
feel
I want
like,
that trip. I was like, this is the first time I feel it, but it's like I have no points to get a trip at this point. Like, so yeah, but I do want the trip. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm sorry to cut you off.
no, you're totally fine. I agree. Well, and I think just taking some time to go, okay, well, if whatever I'm doing right now doesn't work, then what are we going to do about it? So it's okay to feel the feels and know that's where we are, but let's figure out how to change it. Because I love that quote from, I think it's from, what is it, Aida, that musical, if you don't like your fate, change it. And we all have the power to do that. And sometimes it's the difference of just feeling better on a day and going, okay, let's get it together. So Melanie's going to use things she has around, even if there's summer things, and give some samples, because we all know that when people get things in their hands and they can smell it, it triggers things that just a post or even a live video or just, hey, I'm putting in an order, those things aren't going to do. I made these, they're very simple. And I think I should have put independent Scentsy consultant on there, but anyway, I'm giving them out to my personal people, but I'll try to add that and put it on the page here in the next little bit. But I decided I was going to do 3 samples. I'm going to do Cider Mills, Scarlet Sunflower, and Harvest Blessings, because Cider Mills an old faithful, like it's probably my most #1 fall scent. I love Scarlet Sunflower, and it's such an interesting one for me. It's not normally something I would think I would like, but I do. And then Harvest Blessing is really good. I don't think it's super strong, but I like it. And so I just thought I'm going to try to mail some things in a regular envelope to some of the people who have bought in the past, but maybe not recently. And so for this one, I'm going to staple on the felt samples for those to be flat. But for everyone else, I'm going to put a hunk of wax and just staple them on and try to start handing them out like candy, right? Like it didn't have to be a lot of wax. I've really got cut back on amounts. I used to always melt them, pour them in the cute molds and whatever. And if I was going to do that, fall and winter is the time I would still do it, just because they're cutest molds too. But I've just gotten where I just chop them up and just give them some hunks. It's really
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's just better because I get it done quicker and they're going to melt it anyway. It's like, so I'm not saying you shouldn't make them cute. If you have the time, great. I think I'm in a season of life. All of a sudden I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that. So, and then I ordered these. Did you guys get your brochures yet? If you didn't, yeah, I finally put in an order for a few things, but same thing. We can start. I haven't made a holiday Google form. I'm starting to wonder if I should. I still think it's a good thing to have, but getting these out with some samples too, it feels crazy to have Christmas stuff, but I know it's going to sell out. And people like this year, everybody's saying you're going to get your Christmas stuff early because of all the shipping issues, and people need to get the Christmas going. I'm like, oh, mercy. I'm barely ready for fall. I mean, I want to be ready for fall, but anyway. So a couple things. Like I know Melanie's done this, the pet line stuff, just putting like a sample with a ball and some doggy bags. I know you put like a treat in there. That's a really cute thing to add. Like a lot of it can get at the dollar store. Those are really fun for someone who's crazy about it. And, like I know some of us have animals. We went to the dog park for the first time with Nala for her birthday. That was a trip. She had so much fun, but it was funny because we were the first time ever there. We have a huge one not very far from us. Everyone there, you could tell they all know each other. Like it's a thing. And they were like, know each other's dogs, because I heard someone see my dog and go, oh, hi, I don't know your name. And I was like, oh, it's Nala. So I'm like, that's a community right there that I could totally go to the dog park with Nala and hand these out. You never know. I know I owe Ross Stein a call. I just hadn't felt well enough and I need to get back with him. But talking about niches or figuring out where your lane's going to be. Some people have just totally synced into fundraisers, right? Like fundraisers are what they do. They get PTA fundraisers. They get, cheerleading fundraisers. They have some cause that they care about. I know of consultants who, speaking of animals, love animals so much. And like the SPCA or whatever is their cause. And so every time they set up, they've got a sign. It says all, or like 10 or 15% of my proceeds go to the, Williamson County SPCA, whatever. So, that is another thought. If you're feeling like, I don't know right now, I'm stuck. if you've got a cause or someone on your team has something they care about, that's something you could focus on and then bring in that community and give back. And that's a good thing too. Realtors. This was my realtor bundle. I think I showed this before, but if not, it's wrapped up. But basically I've got the house warmer in there. I have some dish soap and counter clean. I have like 2 bars and a room spray, like a little thankful. Well, it's open. This bag ripped. It was too little. So I got this, I think at Hobby Lobby. And then I found these also at Hobby Lobby. They're just like a little cute thing. It says, let's stay home and cuddle. But you can find just something cute, whatever. I put some samples and of course my information. And then this becomes something you can go present to realtors. And I laugh because, I mean, I don't know about y'all. I have a lot of friends that are realtors. But I also, the amount of realtor junk mail that I get so many things from realtors all the time. And I started collecting them. I'm like, every person who sends me one, I'm going to send them Scentsy back. Of course, I didn't do it, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm like, every single one that comes in, I'm going to say, and I'm going to have a flyer that talks about my realtor bundles or gifts, or maybe has a QR code with me doing a video about it. The other thing, I was saying realtor bundles. What other kind of things can y'all think of that maybe if things are stale with your customer base, you could think about trying to do?
So I started taking stuff. We go to swim every week. So I started taking every couple of weeks, there's new parents there every Saturday. So for the other classes, so I started taking stuff to the YMCA with us when we go.
That's awesome. I love it. And you just kind of hand it out and say, hey, would you like it? Or do you have a little display you're setting up with?
I've handed it out. I've gotten a few customers that way. I've handed it out. I've handed out some samples to people that are sitting around us. And some people have had some questions and I answered them, but like Dalen had gave one to his coach or his instructor that he has every week. And she came back to me this week. It had been a few weeks. I had forgot I even really gave it to her because life's been crazy. And she's like, oh, I forgot to bring it. I have this order I want to put in. I'm like, okay, well, just let me know. You could text me or let me know. And so, but yeah, so it seems to be working, getting different customers.
That's great.
That's
so good.
Outside of your box for that one. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Melody likes it when I talk to people I don't know because I don't like to talk to people I don't know.
That's good. It's growth.
Random people at the grocery store. Melody likes when I talk to random people.
Yes. And on the plane.
Yeah, I do well when Dalen's with me because he talks to anybody.
Yeah, that helps, right? That's good. Well, the other thing I was thinking of is open houses. And I used to do an open house almost every 3 months. I did do one this summer and it wasn't well attended. So I think part of it is being out of practice and part of it is choosing a good day or a time, and advertising it enough. I've gone back and forth. I used to advertise them forever, be like, make it a really big deal. Like it's coming and it's, whatever. And then I started going, people know what they're doing next Saturday. They either have plans or they don't. So I don't need that much lead time. I think I'm going to go back to I need more lead time. I need to build it up more. I need to be able to bother people about hand it out. You coming to my open house, right? Instead of being so last minute. If you're not ready to have an open house or the idea of having people in your house bothers you, a tailgate, we're sitting places all the time. Like she's talking about swim, if I'm at football practice, watching my kid play, you could have some stuff in some baskets and you could open up your tailgate, and just sit there with it. Say, hey, you guys, if anybody wants to come take a turn sniffing, you can. Dropping off your basket parties. I keep talking about that too, because I usually have 3, maybe 4, and they sit here way too much. They should be out. They need to be out because if they're sitting here, they do no good. And if they're out and about, I can do a better job of saying, okay, I'm going to drop it at your house. I'm going to bring it to you. I want you to smell the new smells. They don't even have to commit to it being a party. Just taking some orders that way, especially with COVID and people, I don't know, some people may not want to do that, but I think plenty of people would right now. I thought of something else I was going to say. I didn't write it down because I just wasn't quite as organized as I would have liked. I didn't talk about calendar, but tomorrow, the Muppets launch, I think, right? I don't know if anyone has orders. They are adorable. So it would be worth trying today to do something to share that. every time I see them on the live video, I'm like, those are some of the cutest buddies we've ever had. And there are people who love the Muppets, which again, it's that when those limited time offers, you never know who they're going to appeal to. And I know at some point before too long, the Black Panther is coming out, and that's a huge one. So you want to start getting excitement and buzz for that. Doing some lives, like I've gotten away from it partly because I like to do mine with Colby. And then I had kind of shifted to doing them with my VIP group mostly. And then I think it's just when you're not feeling well, it's harder to do it, whether it's emotionally you're struggling or you're, physically struggling. So, but sometimes just when I'm that way, even if I had done a video on the product and not shown myself, like I could have done that. So I'm trying to get myself on a schedule. And I thought that might be something that we could just brainstorm real quick. Like what would be, if we did a live every day this week, and then next Sunday we go, hey, do we get anything from that? What are like topics or products that you would most either like to go live with because you're comfortable with, love it? Or do you think that you should because you don't sell much of it? What are some of them? And maybe I'll just make us a little, hey, here's a live 7-day live challenge.
So maybe we can do like a thing. Like for me, it would be everything that's not a warmer and wax. So for me, it would be like laundry, but go specific, like, and then cleaning. But those are things that I don't say. I give a lot of samples of them, but I don't follow up. But I would love to get those. And for some reason, $2 difference of shipping makes a difference. Like when I have to sell, like I have somebody who wants like 2 bars of wax. For me, it's easier for them to order it through my site because I have to then ship it to them because they're not local. And so whenever I sell wax, if I have to ship it to them, it's taking a lot from me because I have to get it wrapped up, and then they don't want to pay the $8 shipping for just 2 bars. But when I sell like cleaners and stuff, it's only $6 shipping, and that $2 for people makes a difference. It's almost like everybody wants free shipping, but you can't ship for free. It's not Amazon Prime or anything like that. So I'm just trying to sell products that I don't have, I can afford to like say, okay, I can do $5 shipping because it's really only $6. I can cover $1.
Yeah.
So I like $5 shipping because it's really $6 is what it's going to cost me to ship it to them.
So if you focused on the laundry and the clean that costs a little less to ship, you could make that a point, and that might be a selling point, I guess.
And I can offer a personal special for $5 shipping or something like that. That's what my thing is probably going to be compared to saying $5 shipping for wax. That's going to be $8, and it's going to cost me $3 to send it to them from my site. Is what I'm thinking.
I know. Yeah. That's good. What's something you love a lot or you don't sell much of? Either of you?
I'm gonna say the whiff box.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't sell a lot of those, and I think they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they really are.
Whiff box is a really good one.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm just now opening my other one.
Don't go look on the hustle page because somebody asked for a picture last night and I gave it to them. So don't go look for it.
I'm looking for it. I haven't even had time to go on any pages to be honest.
Comments. You would have to purposely know that you were clicking it to.
Yeah. So, but the boxes have been pretty cool though. And I've been saving the boxes, and then I've been putting them in my, like for my local deliveries. And then I've had customers to ask me about them. And so a lot of them think it's a subscription box. And I'm like, no, you actually can get it for $30. But if you do want it on a recurring basis, you can get it for 10% off. So that's been a good selling point. But I've been keeping all those boxes to put stuff in.
Yeah.
And then people have, like I said, they go in and they see it and they're like, this is a cool box.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I need to do that more. And I think they're great, like to use for party door prizes and stuff. I mean, you don't have to give the whole box. You can split that up to a bunch of prizes, right? It could cover several parties. The other thing about the whiff box is, that they can get it for half price on the club if they're at $60, which is what I do. I get mine for $15. I keep going, that is a crazy deal. But yeah, I don't sell a ton of them either. So that would be a good one just to keep marketing. So anybody sell any air purifiers yet?
I just know.
Only to myself.
I actually have a second one that just came in, and I plan to keep it myself. I was going to put it in a bedroom or our bathroom because my cat's in there all the time. I figure it might be a good room to keep it in. But yeah.
Not yet, but I did have somebody ask about it, and I'm like, oh, I'm sure it's super expensive. And like with the diffusers, I've always struggled a little bit selling those because of the price point. But at the same time, I looked up other air purifiers because I didn't know a lot about them, honestly.
Mhm.
And it's not a bad price point. There are some that are definitely less expensive, but like ours, you can use it with or without scent, which I really like that. Some people don't want the scent, fine, you don't have to, but it's good quality. It has a lot of different, features, the 3 different fan settings, the timer. I mean, so when she said something about it, I said, well, all air purifiers can be expensive.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the nice thing about this is it will have a lifetime manufacturer's warranty, and you can use it with scent as well. So,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
I almost sold one. She really was wanting it for her classroom, but the main issue that I'm having is just that it only covers the 200 square feet.
Yeah.
I think if it could cover a 600, square feet room, then I would probably have more success, because this is great for a bedroom. I use it in my office because my office isn't huge, even though it's open, but it has been like when I turn it on, it's red for a few minutes and then it's off. So I like it. And the pods put out a good bit of scent. So I really like that too. So it really just has to be the right person, the right need. They need it in the nursery. They need it in the bedroom. They want it in their office. I thought about maybe talking at church, because they put in filters right when COVID started happening, like air conditioning stuff that purifies. But all the little classrooms that people are in, because we've gone back to pretty it would be great for one of the classrooms. So I'm going to see about, maybe offering it, there. So I don't know. They're a little noisy is the only other thing, you got to be able to talk over it, but just don't give up on them, I guess is the point. Because I know people want them. It's just, you got to find the right people. And sometimes that's all it is.
Well, also too, don't forget that it's automatically a qualifying party when they buy one. So that was another thing that another lady really liked, was that she'd get $25 in credit and a half price item, which I suggested getting a filter half price, and then maybe a 6-pack of scents for half price too, so.
I know that's a pretty sweet deal. That's a cool deal. I think so. And if 2 people want it, putting it in together is a $500 party. Like that is definitely a very cool perk there. So, and then of course in your club, you could put your filter in your club and get that for half price. Putting a filter in the club automatically qualifies you for 10% off, because it's over 30, it's 35. So there's a lot of good things that we just need to make sure we're telling people and sharing. But okay, so I have laundry, cleaning, maybe even just talking about the shipping with that, with box. I think we should go and talk about the air purifier. I still think flowers, they always get a lot of attention. They're always fun, whether you color one, whether you just show some of the different ways to make them cute and fancy. My smelly box month before, I think, was a flower power box. And I put in some of those little fairy lights so that when their flower oil's gone, they put the fairy lights in there. I put some of the little sequin push on stuff, and one other thing, I don't know, something else cute, but I can't remember right now. So I love talking about the flowers, especially the 3s. That's another thing, I guess, kind of on the line of focusing on fundraisers or realtors or going to the dog park, focusing on dog products, going and doing the flower party that Wendy Newhouse, whatever her name is. I know it. I just can't follow it. Hang on. I need to get the most updated one with the new scents, but this is that, that flower party she created, and you can print this out. I know she's got it, and you can put your Venmo, and you've got all this. Have y'all all seen this video where she does
I
this?
need to get that.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, this is good. And I know I've shared the video a time or two, but I'll try to find her newer one and share that in a little bit. But basically the idea is, then you buy this little cheap thing, I got this one on Amazon, but you ask someone who has an office of some sort, a spa, a salon, nails, hair, you ask if you can put this up in there, and you give them a flower, and you put the testers that it comes in, and basically they sell the flower, and they just scan your Venmo right there, and they type in like a Melanie's flower party, I want 2 Darling Dahlia butter, whatever, and they just type in your order, pay you a Venmo, and then the person can get rewarded, and you're selling stuff by just having that sitting there.
That's-
And then of course, yeah. And normally, like I know in her first video, I have some of those little bitty like that. I don't know if y'all can see that little stand. I think I got that one at Hobby Lobby, but sometimes they're like in the dollar spot or at the dollar store. And you just could take something that makes it look cute, some little pedestal, put the flower, put those scent testers in a little bucket or right around if they fit. And it's so easy. So this is another thing, like if you're just like, I can't get my normal people to buy, or I'm not getting parties, go talk to some people, say, hey, I would love to give you this cute little gift in return of putting this up, and maybe try it for 30 to 60 days and see what happens. Since a flower lasts for 60 days, at least, that would be a good thing to do. I thought if we came up with 7 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5. So maybe one day you just talk about your favorite scents. Maybe you come up with your top 3 scents. And then you can feature them not only in bars, since we know we all sell bars. You can feature some of the other things they come in. Like, so for me, I love winterberry apple tea. I love it. So that would be a good chance to share the body, because I don't sell a ton of body either. But I have people who love the soak, the Scentsy soak. And I do have people who buy the hand cream. So maybe picking your 3 to 5 scents that are your very favorites, some of them seasonal, some of them just maybe if you don't want seasonal in your bathroom, have a few things like that. And then sharing, hey, it comes in the flower. It also comes in the room spray. It comes in the laundry or whatever. We need one more for our 7-day challenge. What should we do?
Scentsy
You can
Club.
buddy. I haven't, Scent Club is good, but I don't sell a lot of buddies at all. I buy a lot of them, but
Yeah.
I think
I don't either.
I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking that I'm going to start a fundraiser using them, because I would like to maybe.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I want to, a couple of things. A couple of years back, it's been a few years now, I did a thing that I had seen from a different direct sales guy, like some other company. It was like a give back campaign. And he started it like probably September-ish, October-ish. And basically, as you're making sales, you're telling people like, hey, I'm going to give certain percent to this special campaign I'm doing. I actually have the flyer somewhere. I need to find it. I don't remember what I called it exactly. And then you allow anyone who spends $25 to nominate somebody who could use a little extra something for Christmas. So you're basically kind of being able to nominate people for a special, giveaway, holiday giveaway. And then they're also purchasing things. So you could either make it a buddy, or you say, hey, everyone who buys this cause warmer, I'm also going to put you in this to get your person drawn or whatever. I don't think I'm explaining it very well because I haven't thought about it in a while, but I know that the year I did it, I had a lot of participation and I had a bunch of names, and we were able to go bless, like, I think we wound up doing 3 different families instead of just one. And we did all kinds of stuff. Like one of the families, they had adopted a couple kids from another country, and I didn't even know how kind of rough of a situation it was, but it was really rough. I found out after we did it. And we wrapped stuff up. It was actually, this is how long ago it was. We had Grace Adele still. And so like, I remember for the mom, I did a purse and some of the jewelry, and I did buddies for all the kids that were involved. And like the teenagers, they got a little warmer or something. And we did some gift cards. It wasn't just Scentsy, but we did some cash and some gift cards. And we just got to go, play Santa, and we went and dropped it off and left it. And oh my goodness, you guys are all givers, so I know, but it was truly rewarding, because the communication I got back was just like, you have no idea. Like, we literally were on our last dollar. We didn't know how the kids were gonna have any Christmas presents. Like, I was just like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And so that is something you could consider doing. You could make it, like I said, a buddy campaign that you want to go donate buddies to the hospital or Safe Place or something like that. A lot of people do that. Something that I just saw, Debbie Pitts-Palmer, who I love her, she adopts a nursing home. And I love that. Like, that's where my heart is, right there. And she basically was using those moisture medley combos. And she would basically say like, hey, would you like to purchase one? Because we've adopted a nursing home, or adopt a senior, or spoil a senior, or whatever you want to call it. And, you could be part of that. We can take it. And then when she delivered it, I know she had done like Mother's Day, and that was a really special thing. They got something special on Mother's Day. And then she decided to do Father's Day as well. And she did like that shave bundle. Like she got some people who said some of the people said like they never wanted to bathe before. And now they love it. They're so excited because they got like body wash and they got, cream, and that just makes me so happy. So you can do things like that too, and involve your customers and give them the opportunity to help too. So yeah.
Heather's doing a homeless one. So we've been working with the homeless on Sundays, which is why I haven't been to a lot of the meetings, but we're like putting that together as well. And she has a party for that. And we're doing lunch bags for them too.
That's awesome. I love it. I think anytime we start, thinking outside ourselves, things kind of tend to go better too. But yeah, you guys can use your business how you want. And if it's feeling a little bit like a rut, we just got to shake it up a little bit. We got to get a little more active. So with this 7-day thing, I'll make a graphic for us, and just, that'll be like, okay, this week, let's one a day. Let's go live. And whoever does all 7 days, I'll put you in a draw.
I want a cookie if I go live 7 days.
A cookie? Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
Belly does always mess me by going live.
I can do a cookie.
Anxiety gets every time. So I'm just
That's awesome. I was going to say too, like maybe just go around and showcase your favorite warmers or your favorite things that you use in your home. Anything like that is important, but sometimes we just get to where we're like, oh, I don't want to do anything. And if someone's like kind of saying, let's do this together, let's do this as a team, I think that'd be good. I was going to say, maybe you tag somebody each day, like maybe you do your live and then you go, okay, hey, Michelle, it's your turn.
Tag it.
Yeah, I need you to call me out.
A party peeps tag. That'd be fun.
Yes,
We can
tag
do some
it.
stuff like that. Like, for a while, I know this sounds so silly, I'm corny, and when I'm feeling myself, I'm a mess, but I kept thinking like, I want to do something like a Friday dance party with a team page. And so like, it'd be like, okay, everybody just posts like them either going live or a little silly video of dancing to something. So that everybody has to, and when you see someone post it, you have to stop and you have to dance along. I thought that'd be a fun Friday thing to do. But then of course I have to count on you guys not leaving me hanging. But then you tag someone like, you're up next. You think people would do it? I think it'd be fun.
You'll have to explain it more, because all I see is, I don't know. I've seen it done with GIFs, the GIF things, but I haven't seen it with real people. So, hey.
Oh, I don't know. I'm making it up, but I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's just another corny idea I have, but I think it'd be fun. Like all day on Friday, like different people are posting and then tagging someone, and then the next person, I guess, I don't know if it's the same thread or a different thread. But yeah, and then it's just, I know that when I'm feeling down or like, I'm feeling monotonous, if there's music, it's always better. So maybe we could even just say, okay, today it's all like 80s music. Pick a favorite 80s song and, dance along for a little bit or whatever. I don't know. It's just something in my mind. I haven't fully cooked it, but I think it'd be fun. But I do think we need to tag and get people going a little bit more. I feel like we made such an effort back when we were doing the house points, and it was a lot for me to keep up with. And so I needed to be like, I think it was like a 3 or 4 month thing. And maybe like, I feel like next summer we'll try to do that again. But it doesn't have to be so elaborate, but something that pulls us in and together. And we can go so many places for ideas, and people post things like, a lot of what Kelly posts, I'm in this group now, finally. It took me forever to get in, but it's like a director swap idea. And so people come up with great tips and things they share. And yes, I can just constantly copy and paste those too. But sometimes we just need some connection. Sometimes we just need to know we're still hanging in there together, or, hey, I'm struggling this month too. What are we going to do to shake it up? So anything like that, if you guys have ideas or anything you need help with, just let me know. I don't know. That's about what I had. Anybody else?
No.
So one of the things I was going to say is I call them smelly boxes, but I've been doing my own, boxes forever. I feel like February will be 4 years of that. I'm pretty sure. Like I've been doing it a long time, and it's both like wonderful and horrible at the same time, because every month I've got about 8 to 10 people that get them. So every month I've got that money that I get, right? And I love it. But I am getting tired of doing them. Like I'm running out of ideas and I feel like, do people really get excited? But they do still get excited. So anytime you have ideas, you want to share for that too. But one of the things I was going to say is next month, I'm doing the cider mill bundle with the clean and the dish and the hand soap. And one of the things that's hardest for me with that is I like to put in extras. And I kind of like, sometimes you go between, it's just dollar store junk. And you're like, why am I even doing that? Like, it's just kind of junky. Or, oh, this is cool, but it's too much to put in. So it's like budget is hard. But one of the things that I personally did is I love our hand soaps and I've been using them forever. I use them in every room and we use them exclusively. And I had never had a problem with how they look. I mean, I did like when they were taller and slender and whatever, but they're fine. But one of my friends loves Mystery Man, but she said she hates the packaging. I'm like, what? She's like, she hates it. She's like, there's a man, like it's a man. Like, she's like, it's all weird. I'm like, I've never even looked at it. First of all, I'm just like, it's blue. That's all I think of, right? I never think about it. But so she literally pulls the label off. She just has this little white soap bottle. Yeah, it just made me laugh because people are so different about stuff. But I also, every time I go to my best friend's house, I know she gets Scentsy soap from me occasionally in a box, but I never see it out. She uses Bath and Body Works foaming soap, which I love that too. Like I always, before Scentsy, that's what I would be buying. I love foaming soap. And every time I go there, I'm like, oh, I do love foaming soap, but I have to use ours because first of all, it's ours and I get paid back and all the things. So I got on Amazon and this is broken because this one broke. I don't know why. Where's the lid? But I bought a foaming soap jar. It was cuter before it broke. But I bought like 6 of them. Only one of them broke. And I'm hoping we can put it back together. But basically you just put in, y'all probably know this. You just put in some warm water and your soap and you mix it really good and it foams, which is so cool.
I didn't know that because I tried doing that in the Bath and Body one. It didn't work. It like wouldn't work. It wouldn't pump, but I didn't mix
Put
it
water. Yeah. I think it says a third of the container with warm water and then a third soap, and you leave some space and you mix it up. I'm pretty sure the water goes first because if you do the soap first and the water, it gets kind of bubbly or whatever.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a super cheap set, but they have cheap bottles on Amazon. So I'm going to buy a bottle for that as my extra next month. I'm just excited. That's all I'm really just sharing with y'all, but I'm excited because that'll be a fun extra and it goes with the bundle. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's things that get me excited when I'm kind of feeling monotonous about it. Like the 1 month where I didn't know what I was going to do in my smelly box. And so I just made a video about how I didn't know what I was going to do. I was really proud of that creativity. And actually they were like, that was really cool. I'm like, awesome. I was totally out of ideas. So anyway, I don't know how much longer I can keep going. It's exhausting.
You've done some pretty amazing ones. I'm like, I just might as well sell the lift box because.
Well, and that's not a bad idea. My problem was I started before and my customers had already gotten in the price point of, I had started them at 20, which was too low because it was hard to put enough in a $20 box. And then with box came out 30 and that was too much for them. They weren't going to make that difference every month. And so I raised my price. I kind of gave them I really kind of gave them a choice. I was like, would you buy the $30 Scentsy box or continue wanting mine for 25? So I got my price raise in, which really helped a lot. Mine are 25. But anyway, I think it's great to get the whiff box going. And Scentsy Club, that's another one I didn't put on here, but Scentsy Club, I mean, the more you talk about it, the more people finally start clicking. And every time scents come or go that people love or don't want them away, I just feel like Melanie said, right now, if things are slow, at least her club got her active, like that's huge. Some people have so many people in the club. And the more you talk about, the more you share, the better. Excuse me. Anyway, that's really kind of what I was going to talk about today. I will make this little graphic and we're going to try this, right? We're going to try to encourage team members to go live. We probably should start it today. So which one do we want to do today? What would be easiest?
I went live today already. That was my thing that I did for today. But I don't know. You tell me. I'm getting ready to get off because my person is now. She's getting ready to. It should be coming up. She's got a question, but
let's do laundry.
Laundry?
I know for me, my washing machine's broken, so I can do a good post about my laundry, but let's do laundry.
Okay.
No,
If
Let's
you're
do
not,
it.
your washing machine is broken.
Horrible. It's been
Aw.
broken for like 2 weeks. In fact, I've already gone to my parents like 3 times now to do laundry. One time when I went to my neighbors who teaches body pump, it's an hour-long class. I said, "Can I bring a load of laundry and do it while we work out?" And she said, "Of course." So I went and put it in. We worked out. I got all the wet clothes, brought them home. My dryer still works for now. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, we
good.
got to buy new ones, and everything's on like back order. It's such a pain.
Yes. Yeah, I understand that.
That's on my list today to try to finalize too. I wanted the Speed Queen because everybody said it was awesome, but they're like, they don't even tell you when they're going to be back in stock. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Queen. I've never even heard of that.
I know, but apparently it's the bomb diggity. It's like an old school, not fancy, but like really, really awesome washing machine.
Okay.
I know. Okay, top load or front load? Y'all tell me.
Top. I've never had a front load.
Top. I don't like front loads, but hey, that's just me.
Top, I
is
think
for
we're
me.
going top. We've had front for 12 years and it does smell mildewy and it's not,
Yeah.
I think we're going top. Now, one more question. Agitator or no agitator?
No agitator.
No.
No, okay.
mine
Because a lot
has
of people say the agitator helps it get cleaner, but no
I got
problem.
one without.
Okay, all right, that helps. Thank y'all. All right, thank y'all for showing up because, like I said, I first of all, I'm sorry that I've been a little less on top of it. It's just been a struggle for me for the last month or so. But keep praying for each other and keep on
Yes.
keeping on. Shake it up and just go get them. Okay, I'm proud of
Okay.
y'all.
Thank you.
Y'all,
All right,
thanks for being on.
Bye.
Bye, Melanie. Bye, Heather.
Bye.
Bye.